Hi, everyone. Jill with aftermathofsuicide.com. Today, I want to talk about how I made it through when my son first took his life and I got the news. You know, 1 million people a year take their life. And out of each victim that does, it affects 115 people in their circle. So that's 115 million people are affected by suicide victims. 1 in 4 people suffer with a mental disorder. You know someone right now who's suffering. Many you don't know, just like Robin Williams. You know, who would have thought that he was that sad when all he did was make us laugh, and what a great actor. I was stunned, just like the rest of the world. So what I did, I knew immediately that I needed help. I needed therapy. I searched, I Googled, support groups. I was on that computer. I read every book there was on suicide loss survivors, a loss of a child. I went to support groups. I was proactive, and you need to be proactive. You cannot do this on your own. It's way bigger than you. And everybody handles it differently, but just suppressing it and going into denial that it didn't happen is not going to help you. And it's going to come back to bite you years down the road, and you will be hit with the grief that you need to handle right now. I think it's imperative to speak to a therapist, and preferably one that is trained in grief support or suicide loss. Not just a marriage family counselor. They're not going to do that, be able to help you. And that could be the difference between life and death. When my son took his life, my world blew up. The old me died with him. My family, that was my little family, my daughter and my son and me, that died with him. Everything just died with him. And I had to learn how to make a new life. 6 months after my son took his life, my then husband texted me that he was leaving the marriage. So I was losing some major losses, and I had to move out of the home I knew. I lost my home, I lost my husband, I lost my son. The job that I had done, I was not capable of performing in sales. So I basically lost a really good career, 6-figure paying job. And so it was so much to comprehend. The loss, the heaviness on me was so overwhelming that I just wanted to die. I did not want to wake up. And I was so disappointed every morning when I did. And I would beg God, please don't wake me up. Please don't wake me up. And I had a breakdown after Bill left in July of 15. My son took his life December of 2014. And then I knew in November of 15, I needed to go back to the hospital because I knew I needed help. And my daughter was worried for me. I was worried for me. My friends were worried. And you have to be proactive. You know, there's nothing more important than you, especially if you have other children to take care of, or a spouse that loves you, or a significant other. You know, I know when we're caught in that place, and trust me, I do know. I was there. I wanted to die. I just wanted to be with my son. I didn't want to wake up and think about, this is my life. What am I going to do? I remember thinking, where do I go now? I didn't know how to handle this. What do I do with this life at 57 years old? I was starting over, trying to make this new life, a new family, a new me, and it was excruciating. So between the therapy, which is imperative, and you can ask, many don't take insurance, but if you go weekly, they do discount the sessions. I also see my psychiatrist every couple months to monitor my meds, which I am so thankful for somebody inventing those. It's saved my life. I'm not pushing meds, but I needed them, and I am not ashamed to say it. I've come a long way, and I don't think I would have been able to do that without that help. It's not something, especially if you don't have the support around you or people that understand depression, because my son's suicide triggered such depression and PTSD that no one around me really understood it. And so I was lonely. I was on my own dealing with everything. I researched on my own. I found the therapist. I did everything. I was very proactive in helping myself. And you need to be. Suicide is never, ever the answer. And it is brave to ask for help. It's really brave. Speak up, ask for help, because your story can inspire someone else. Your story can help maybe save a life. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So on my website, aftermathofsuicide.com, you can reach out to me there on the Contact Jill page and ask me a question, or maybe mention a topic you'd like me to talk about regarding this topic: PTSD, depression, anxiety disorder, the loss of a child, suicide. But it was a long, long road. I'm at 5.5 years, and I'm still not even at the last stage of the 7 stages of grief. And they have to be done. The grief work has to be done. And it doesn't matter which stage you're in, you're going to go back and forth. And I do talk about that in one of my videos that I already uploaded, which I do weekly. So please follow me here on YouTube. I'm also on Aftermath of Suicide is my name for Instagram, and my Facebook page. I post a wealth of information there for people. And I have my soon-to-be released book, Overcoming a Life Destroyed, in print now. So I am excited to share that with you, in hopes that my journey and what I'm going to share can actually help cut through all the stuff I had to do to try to find that help, because there was no one, like I said, that picked up the phone for me and helped me. I did it all on my own. So these are very trying times, I know, and with everything going on that we're seeing, it doesn't help to add to, if you're already suffering from depression or PTSD. So you need to be kind to yourself and stay well, okay? Be kind to others too.